Tutorial number 7, Polygons, Text, and Dimension Objects with Colors and Fill Patterns. You have created open and closed polygons, lines, and rectangles in the previous tutorials. All of these are really special cases of polygons. Even a line is a polygon with only 2 points. After you finish drawing it, PatternMaker treats a line or a rectangle just the same as any other polygon. There are other object types that don't follow all the same rules as polygons. For instance, you can't add or delete vertices from them. These are text, dimensions, and symbol insertions. To complete your instruction to polygons, we will need to try setting color and fill style and draw a dot in a circle. And that slide there, and open PatternMaker. Set this to our recording screen size here. There we go. All right. We're not going to load the file that we've been working on. Instead, we're going to just open or have a new one start up, and we're going to change the color icon. It's up here in the upper left. Click on it, and then you get a swatch box of various colors in it. The box has 16 different colors. The swatch in the upper left can be any color. It represents the use layer color. That's explained in a different tutorial. Let's use the mouse to select one of the shades of blue. Once that is set, click OK. Now let's set the fill pattern. Now select the pattern icon. It's right next to the color ones. It looks a solid color right now, which actually is a nothing fill at the moment because what we've been drawing did not have anything in it. Select the pattern icon that you want. Now let's draw a circle. The circle icon is right over here. Click it. Your first click sets the center point, and as you move your mouse, sorry, trying to keep up with my pages here. Now you move the mouse, the circle begins to follow. When you have a circle you like, click the left mouse again, and you can see it draws in the color that we selected and the pattern that we selected. The circle is a closed polygon with 8 points making up 4 arcs. You can choose any of the editing functions you've already learned. Let's draw a point. Actually, let's stop and check out the vertices real quick. F5 is our hotkey that shows our vertices. Can you see the blue ones? It's hard to because the item object is blue too. But there's 4 of them positioned on the border of the circle. And then these green X's or points out here are the control vertices for the arcs. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back off, F5. Now let's draw a dot. We're going to put it anywhere in the drawing area. And I'm going to set my fill as a solid fill for my dot. Over here, under the menu Draw, I can come down and select a dot. A dot is a polygon with one single point, so a single click makes a dot. Now these look very small. Let's go ahead and push the end button. It zooms us in and shows us the little dots. These are very handy symbols to be able to position on a pattern in order to line up pockets on the interior of a pattern piece, or buttonholes, or button points. Now, you can play around with changing more colors and fill if you want. You can also change what the line looks like when you draw. If you wanted a dashed one, then you can draw different ones. You can play around with that now. But I'm going to move on, and we are going to open the file Backsloper and set up a dimension line. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to click Open. And I'm not going to make any save to this one I was working in. Here's my Backsloper, and I'm going to open it. The dimension lines are commonly used in engineering drawings to show the distance between 2 points. In PatternMaker, you can use them to check the measurements of your drawings. In this example, you will double check the center back length of your sloper. We're going to select the dim icon. Actually, before that, I'm going to go back and change my color to blue again. Now, here's the dim icon. It looks like two lines with an arrow in between. The dimension line object has 3 points. The first two are the points at which the measurement is taken. The third tells PatternMaker where to place the numbers. You can see your prompt down here is to select our first point. Make sure you enter the points exactly. Select Snap to Endpoint. You can either use the hotkey Control F3, or over here you have the icons for your Snap to options. This one is Snap to Endpoint. I will select it. So here it tells me which one I am going to be able to snap to. Move the cursor to the point where the left center back edge of the sloper meets the curve of the neckline. And see an X shows up at that. Click the left mouse button. The next prompt down below tells us select second point. Move the mouse around and an arrow will follow the mouse cursor, connecting it with the first point you entered. Select the point at the lower left corner of the sloper again, making sure that the yellow X lines up for the snap to point. We will click left mouse click there. Now then, our third click I lost my place, sorry, is for the location of our label. So move the mouse until the silhouette is in a convenient clear area, whether it's back here near the back or over, then click the left mouse button. There we go. The dimension line object will now be drawn in its final form. It's blue because we set the drawing color to blue. The two parallel lines indicate the points at which the measurement is taken. These are the parallel lines right up here, and down here it looks like it extends the line for the hip, but we had it drawn in different colors, so it's actually a little easier to see. Okay, the two parallel lines indicate the points with the measurement is taken. We would expect that that's the measurement we had put in when we did our input points. Okay, if the numbers are too small to read, or mine are actually very large, use the dim setting command to change their size. So, that is, we're going to go to settings and configure dim settings. I'm going to go down to 0.5, and I could play with any of these others. There, see how it made it smaller now for me. I could change my text size. I could change the size of my arrows. The nice thing about dim numbers, they will be redrawn in a new size. If you ever run a command such as move vertex that changes the length of a dimension line, the numbers will automatically update to show the new measurement. Let's just take a look at that. Let's move a vertex. And I'm going to move it down here. Oops. I'm going to cancel that for a moment. It was trying to pick up my other. Let's try moving a vertex here. I don't know why it. Oh. Done selecting. Now we can move. So notice how the dims changed. I'm going to undo that. We find my place again. There we go. If you wish, experiment with different numbers in the other fields for changing your dim size to see what effect they have on dimension line. Arrow size and line offset are not covered in this tutorial. Let's create some text. Select the text icon. It looks like a larger letter A in fancy script right over here. A text object has only one vertex. It shows where the lower left corner of the text goes. Your first text object will be a label for the sloper object. So select a point about 1.5 inches below the lower left corner of the sloper. So select a point about 1.5 below the lower corner of the sloper. I'm going to hit F1 so that I actually control F1 so I turn off my snap twos. Then we get a dialog box. Enter text info. Leave the size and angle alone for now. Text, we will call it back sloper and click OK. The text will be added to the drawing. To add another text object, select a point about halfway up center back line, the left side of the sloper object, and add 1 inch to the right of the center black line. The text command will repeat automatically when you do this. So we'll come here, and this time we will call this center back. Use your tab button to go to angle. Whoops. Let's go back to center back tab to move to the second text field, which is for setting the size of the text. Let's make it a little bit smaller, 0.5. Then one more tab does the angle. Let's put it at a 90 degree and then push enter or OK and see how it shows up there. Move the mouse to the point where the left center back edge of the sloper meets the curve of the neckline. When a yellow X lights up at this point, click the left mouse button. Up here, I probably do need to turn on my snap to points. There we go. And this one is going to be center back neckline. Alright. Now, the other fields stayed the same because I did not change any of these. Move the mouse around. An arrow will follow the mouse cursor, connecting it to the first point you entered. Select the point at the lower left corner of the sloper again, making sure the yellow X lights up. Looks like it's going to put it right back on top of that. Cancel that one. I think it was the center back hip line. Now, as you move the mouse some more, you will see a double arrow parallel line. Select a point at center back hip line. The prompt line says location for label. Okay, I'm trying to, let's enter. Now, as you move the mouse some more, you will see a double arrow and a small dotted silhouette showing where the numbers will be displayed when you complete the dimension line. Oh, somehow I got back on the wrong page. Sorry about that. Center back. What's going on? This is making sense. Tab. Appear along the center. If the placement is bad, you can use the move command to move the text object. Alright, let's cancel that and let's try out our move. I am sorry to get distracted there. I did get a little bit, there we go, moved that. And let's see, this one, I'm going to, I'm selecting. Now, I want to rotate that. I can rotate this, find its point, I'm selecting,